It was a very successful event looking at the risk and reputational risk of purpose washing, but also looking at what purpose in an organisation means. What does it mean for the people in it? What does it mean for the organisation's ambitions? And how should we respond to that? It's clear from the conversation that we had with the panel that the issue of purpose is quite complex, still it's very intellectual, and perhaps my advice to organisations starting to tackle this issue is that they need to really spend quite a lot of time taking a step back and thinking through what purpose for their organisation really means.
I think there's been an incredible change in the way business has thought about its social purpose over the last decade, and some businesses are really at a very advanced stage of articulating their purpose and really integrating that into their operational models.
I think business has come a long way over the last decade. I think you're seeing a lot of activism in wider society, around issues like climate change. And I think those issues which are important to society are now also important in the boardroom.
I still think we have almost two separate halves of business. So business for whom purpose is absolutely at the heart of what they do, and businesses who are using purpose really as a PR tool.
In HMRC, we have 65,000 staff. They're split all across the country. They are probably one of our major stakeholders, ignoring the many millions of taxpayers in the country. And our staff are core to our business. If we don't engage with our staff and give them a clear understanding of our purpose, they could potentially drive the wrong behaviours.
I think the value of understanding your purpose is that you have employees unified around a single cause. They understand exactly what the organisation is trying to achieve. They can align it to what they're doing on a day-to-day basis.
The value of understanding your purpose is that there's an increasing body of research that suggests that if you take action to increase your positive impact in an area which is germane to your sector, then you will outperform. It will improve your financial performance.
One of the biggest barriers is around credibility. So if you are making big statements around your purpose, you're saying that you are now driven by environmental issues or societal factors, and yet it doesn't really match up to what you're doing in an operational sense, then you really risk reputational damage.
It's very easy, I think, to choose a hot topic at the time around purpose, be it net zero, be it modern slavery, but actually need to think really carefully about how that applies to your business and what are the material impacts.
I think one of the biggest barriers that companies have and investors have when thinking about purpose is the perception that somehow articulating your purpose or changing your business behaviour to be more purposeful necessarily requires you to sacrifice financial return or financial performance. That is not the case. In fact, it's the opposite. Genuinely sustainable businesses are those which are going to have genuinely sustainable profit streams.
My advice to companies who really want to get to the heart of their purpose is to invest the time with their management teams, with their employees, to really understand what makes them tick. And then think about what that means in terms of impact on wider society. What does it mean for their customers? What does it mean for the communities in which they operate? What does it mean in terms of the impact they have on wider society?
Well, one of the things that came out of the conversation quite firmly was it's not a binary thing. This is not a purpose versus profit, but it's purpose and profit. And therefore, it's back to that point about putting purpose at the heart of the business strategy or the organisational strategy.